So the current status of homelessness is that for us, particularly in Carroll County, the rate of poverty has been increasing in suburban areas 5 times that of urban areas since the kind of economic bust. So we've seen in places like Carrollton and other suburban areas an increase in poverty overall, that the likes of which we've never seen before in this country. My name is Tiffany Parsons, and I'm a sociologist here at the University of West Georgia. I'm also one of the founders of Impact West Georgia, a local nonprofit where Hope Center is one of the divisions. When we began Hope Center, we were the only shelter, even an emergency shelter, or a transitional home for homeless men in a 10-county radius. So they had to either go to Atlanta or Birmingham.
Hope Center is a homeless shelter, an emergency shelter. We take adult men in who have no place to stay, and we provide them with the basic necessities, food, clothing, and shelter. In addition, we have a program where these men can participate so that they are no longer homeless and they get back on their feet again.
We don't count homeless people the way we count housed people. They don't raise their hand to be counted. So all numbers related to homelessness are at best estimates. It's difficult in this society to be an adult, able-bodied man and not be living independently. What people don't often understand is that the most of the homeless men who come through Hope Center, they are not severely mentally ill. They're not there because they're alcoholics. Many of them do suffer with alcoholism, but that's not the cause of their homelessness. They're not lazy. The vast majority of the men who have come through my center, and all homeless all over, want to work. Most of them do work, at least part-time, and it's very difficult to get a job when you don't have a job and when you're homeless because you don't have an address to put on the application. You don't have a place to take a shower. So even if you're capable with these skills, it's very difficult to get and keep good, kind of legitimate work, 40 hours a week, full-time employment. With 60 men a year, helping 60 men a year, that means you're seeing them. You're walking by them at Walmart, you're walking by them, they're working. So you see them all the time and you have no idea because they don't look like what the media tells us homeless people look like.
I've always had a passion for people and I didn't really know what it was. I had an encounter with a homeless man a few years ago, which kind of fueled this, I guess. And I feel like through sociology and through the less fortunate and Manor House, I can do that.
Some years ago, I fell on hard times and found myself literally homeless. When that happened, there were people that were there to help me and get me back on my feet again. Brought me back to school, and I chose sociology. I wanted to get involved in some way so that I could help these men, like at Hope Center. There's somebody there to help them like there was to help me when I needed it.
When I graduated from university, I hadn't volunteered and gotten back into community service for about 3 years. And it was just something that I had been missing. So when Tiffany called me, I couldn't say no to the opportunity, not only to expand on my own professional background, but to get back into community service, something that I missed for so long. I believe it's important to give back to the community, especially one that's given so much to me. A lot of the homeless actually come to the library, which is where I spend a good bit of my time, including employment. And you get to know them and you get to know their story, and I felt it was important to be able to give back so much that, even though they don't realize it, they've impacted my life as well.
We're always looking for students to help out in many capacities. If they don't have money, which most college students don't, they can donate their time, and we can put them to work to help these homeless men in many different ways. We had the Sociology Community Service Day where we had a lot of people help work on the house itself, do yard work. We have opportunities for dinner preparation and opportunities to help out in other capacities as well.
The school is very involved in the community, and I know a lot of the professors are coming not just from academic backgrounds, but they're coming from backgrounds of service, especially in the sociology department. One of the things that I appreciate the most is working with these professors and getting to know them, and they find your passion, and they come to know who you are. They foster your passion for service, and they bring that out of you.
It's not enough just to hand out bread. I wanted to do something that made a bigger impact. I went back to school to get my degrees in sociology, and that's how I ended up here at West Georgia. As a sociologist, I graduated with my master's degree here and began teaching here that next semester. I'm learning how to help the individuals. I can't change it at this point on a massive national scale, but I can help this man never return to homelessness.